they know what they're doing is the right thing. So there's nothing like, me, I'll manage on my own. There is a time you need support.
No, the thing is like this. Yes, I might have failed, right? It's
Yeah,
okay to
right.
fail. Take that as a lesson, but don't take it as a fear.
True,
You get?
definitely.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon. How are you, and how is everything? We appreciate the Almighty for bringing us and reaching here safe, right?
Yeah,
And
right.
keeping us good. We appreciate everyone outside there. My name is Mavin, and welcome to the Am Mavin 256. It's the Mavin Mindset. It's the episode as always. This is our third episode in the Mavin Mindset. So, if you haven't subscribed and you're watching for your first time, please subscribe, hit the notification button so that every time I upload content, you're there to watch and listen. And I cannot start without appreciating people that always watch our podcasts, our programs, our show. We appreciate you so much. And by the way, a milestone achieved. We hit 300 subscribers this week.
Yeah.
That's good. It's not an easy achievement, but we have made it.
True.
300 subscribers. My friend here has.
No, I'm ready. Yeah, by the way, you guys can follow me. You can also subscribe on my YouTube channel, Daisy Trinista.
Yeah, she has 30 subscribers. Please help
It's
her.
just beginning. So please, by the way, on a serious note, you'd rather follow.
Yep. Anyway, thank you so much for watching the last episode that we uploaded, Successful Thinking. And we appreciate you so much. And today, we are back with last week. Where were you? Anyway, before you answer that, today I'm back here with my co-host, Daisy. She's going to introduce herself. And then we start with our beautiful topic today. Introduce yourself.
Hi guys, my name is Daisy.
Yeah.
On TikTok, I use Daisy Trinista. On YouTube, the one that has 3 subscribers for now, I use still Daisy Trinista.
Yeah.
I'm here again with Mavin to share a lot with you, and I hope we shall be getting to know a lot, learning a lot, as usual. So stay tuned. By the way, watch the video up to the end. This is going to be an exclusive. I don't know. It's going to be exclusive. Mavin promised me a lot, so I'm excited. So should you.
Yeah. Actually, he also promised me a lot, so they should be excited. But yeah, today we have an amazing topic, an awesome topic, very good, very delicious.
It's eatable.
Yeah. And I believe if you sit around and listen and watch, you're going to be blessed in a certain way. Most of the times in our lives, we are stuck in places.
True.
Circles, environments, friendships, relationships. We get scared to even leave these relationships, the circles and our friends. Like
in which we are stuck.
Yeah. Like we are stuck in these places. We don't want to move on. We are even scared of getting into new places. We think where we are better, though we have outgrown those environments. You get, you've lived there. In psychology, they call it the status quo bias, where our brain is wired to keep us in familiar places that we think are good, but they are not good. You get? So, you're stuck in a certain relationship, environment, circles. You don't know why you're stuck, and you wish to move on. This is the topic.
Definitely. I feel I'm excited already.
Okay. Yeah, so as usual, I'm not doing this alone. Daisy is here to break it down for us. But my first question will be, if a person who's watching, who's listening, if they hear this episode, how is it going to help them? That's my first question.
That's the first question.
Yeah.
What I know something about the things we hear or the things we see have a big or a very large impact on our lives, because at least whatever you're wearing right now, maybe you saw it from someone.
No.
At some point,
it's okay for you.
You might have seen it from someone. The fashions people do, the music some people come up with, they might have listened to some other genre or something. So what we hear or like what we see does a very, very, very great impact on our lives. So the more positive things or the more thoughtful things you listen to in your mind, remember, what you are is going to be built on your mindset. I remember our previous topic that we talked about was about the mindset. So we got to know that everything that you put in your mind is what is going to help you grow. Whatever episodes he puts about the youth, being empowered, the youth getting better. So I believe that whenever you watch such kind of content, it makes you grow, and we grow from within. So by the time you wake up to do something, practically, it has already grown from your mindset. So now I believe this is like a training ground for your mindset. If you want to become a better person, thoughtful wise, by the time you become physically better, it will start with your brain. So if you want to be wise, I think it's about being wise. That is why it's called a Mavin Mindset. It's about changing the mindset. So I believe by what people will learn, it's going to change their mindsets to become better people in life.
Thank you so much. You want to grow? Please listen. So Daisy, welcome to our topic today, as we have said and stated this above there.
Yeah.
So why are people stuck? Why are people so comfortable in places that have outgrown? Right? The relationship is toxic. And you're like, I don't want to leave the relationship because of the years we have been in this, 10 years. But it is toxic for you as a person, right? So why are people stuck is the first question.
I think on the first reason as to why people are really stuck. You've made this to be like wide in relationships.
I think we have, I don't know, but okay.
So I think it needs to hit in relationships, in homes, environments, in friends. We are stuck everywhere.
Thank you.
So I think everyone, and I believe everyone is stuck somewhere at some point. You might be stuck knowingly, or you might be stuck unknowingly. When you don't know that, when you've never acknowledged that, I'm stuck. Because at some point we are hit at a certain age where we wake up and realize that I've wasted a lot of time.
I know, when it's already too late.
When it's already too late. So those are the certain kind of people that be stuck, but when they have not yet acknowledged that I'm stuck. So for you to acknowledge that you're stuck, at times it's so hard for you, especially when you're comfortable in a place where you're stuck. So that could be the first point. Being comfortable in an environment where you're stuck, it will be so hard for you to acknowledge that, I am stuck, because you are comfortable. You might be comfortable with provision from home. Some youth.
Okay.
Some youth stay home up to the age of, it's not bad for you to stay at home, but there are people who really be comfortable and they do not think that at the age of, let me say 28, I have to be renting, or I have to be constructing something. I have to think about making a business. I have to think about this. So that comfort makes them stuck in not reasoning about anything that will take them beyond what they are now. Because they are so comfortable, they have the food provided, they have the everything. Most cases when everything is provided, you become so comfortable and find no reason for you to hustle. Because the reason as to why some of us hustle is due to lack. Discomfort. You're in a place whereby, let me say you're tortured, you're in a place whereby you're not comfortable. Whenever you're in an uncomfortable environment, you toil so much to find something better. So you being comfortable in an environment that gives you comfort will not make you think of you going to another level. So the fact that people be comfortable makes them stuck, and this comfort makes you stuck when you don't know. When they realize at a later period, due to the comfort does not make you see anything, because you find yourself having what other people have. Like you don't lack. So on the next point is, it's going to be about social influence. Being stuck in a place of people. Mavin, I might be stuck with a person, with you. I can be stuck with you just because you influence me to do something. You might be influencing me into a habit, a behavior, or an activity. Like when I'm with you, there's something we do in common. So me being influenced by some people into doing something you might be influenced into doing a particular kind of job, and that job will not be taking you anywhere. But it is not on your own will, but just because let me say, you're influenced by your family, you know what, Mavin, we want you to do this. So in them influencing you to do that, that thing might not even be productive. But just because there is no way you can get out of the influence. Kubanga omuntu okubeera influenced, you first of all have to accept.
Yeah.
So you accepted to do what other people want you to do. You accepted to follow what other people are doing. Now we have many youth that are influenced by the current, society, the current trends. So you will be influenced to do what you're not supposed to do, and end up not doing what you're supposed to do. So this influence makes you be stuck in a way that togenda kukimanya nti I'm supposed to do this because I'm influenced into something else. But whenever you're influenced to do something you're not supposed to be doing, tosobola kukola ate ky'olina kukola, because of the influence and the pressure you might be having on yourself.
Okay. When you talk about families and that social influence, the bad thing about it is that they will make you comfortable. That even if you feel the discomfort, you don't want to move, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to move on. You don't want to outgrow that thing that you've decided to do. Even if what you're going to do is so good for you, you have this thing in you that I'll be disloyal. I don't know if that's, but it's right. Like you feel inside you that I'm being disloyal by leaving this group, by outgrowing my friends. Yet it's the right thing to do. You feel the guilt that they will feel like I'm ashaming my family by maybe doing this kind of job, which maybe would even be better.
Yeah.
But this keeps you around the social influence is something bad. That the influence they put on you makes you to keep in a certain lane. If you try going this side, you will feel bad. Like I'm leaving my circle. If you go this side, I'm leaving. So you keep in that thing even if it's hurting you. Even if it's not helping you at the end,
you're stuck.
You're stuck in that Kawan circle because, oh my God.
Because of the influence. I can understand that so much.
Yeah.
At some point, I also had some certain kind of friends that wanted to do some certain kind of things. And I found myself doing what they wanted me to do, because I knew that if I do not do what they do, they will notice that I'm not with them. And when you have friends, there's that thing that is always there, that they have to make sure you're on the same page. So that kind of thing is really making many people stuck there. So if you acknowledge that you're being influenced into something that you're not personally okay with, don't let yourself get stuck, because at the end of it all, there's a time you'll burn out.
Yeah, alone.
So burning out might be late. If you wait to burn out, it might be at a later kind of period. So it is okay for you to deconstruct from any influence that you see is not taking you further or something.
I remember when being stuck is something so bad. When I'd finished my O-level, it was time to change school. Remember, I was used to these guys. I've started with from Form 1 to Form 4.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to Form 5 from 6. It was a good opportunity, right? Because even my senior 4 performance wasn't good. Yes, I was in my circle. I was doing everything I wanted, but my performance wasn't good. And the school I was going to, I swear, if I didn't go to that school, I think I wouldn't even be here, because I performed well and even way, way, way better. So most of the times I used to ask myself, I'm going to this new school. I don't know these people. What am I going to do there? They don't know me. How am I going to even balance? So most of the times we find ourselves questioning ourselves, like,
yeah, definitely.
Like, I'm going to start something new, but why don't I even stay here? Here it's better. I know how to do it. I know, like,
true.
And it's so hard. So you find yourself stuck. I was stuck in my mind, like, what decision should I make? Until they forced me, like, please, we have to go. But for me, I was still ready to go back to my old school, where I even performed badly. You see how bad it is? Oh my God. I performed badly, but I want to still go back to that same school.
That is not good at all.
Yeah, it's actually bad. Yeah, you can proceed.
So, thank you for that. And then, I think the next point, people should now know about their habits and routines.
Okay.
You know, people have different habits. Everyone has a habit, by the way. And some people, it is on your habits that you have to get to know where you fall. So your habit, you might be having a habit or a routine. A habit is a way, is that particular trait that is in a person. Kati omuze. Omuze. Ekintu abantu kye bayita omuze nga yayinamu akaze kooku. Some, okay, they have... Yeah, you know, those habits, maybe theft, maybe they are those toxic traits people have. So we have the habits and routines. A routine, omuntu ekintu kye yamanyiira okukola. You know, someone, you might be in a family, and let me say your uncle calls and he's like, you know, Mavin, I've got something for you to do, something, and you fail to do it just because you feel you cannot do it. Because your routine, it might come when it's a full-time job. And you know, on Monday, maybe you hang out with your friends and it's a daily routine. So on Saturday, you have to be at club. Then let me say on Friday, you always made a routine with your girlfriend. So you have that kind of particular routine that you follow. We have, let me talk about something about, let me give an example on some religious friends that I had. We used to work somewhere, and I had some religious friend, and they had a routine at their church. On Monday, it was something like okwegairira, something like that, at church. Okay. On Tuesday, they had practice for the worship team. On Wednesday, they had a service for counseling, something like that. Then on Thursday, again, there was always a youth kind of congregation. Then on Friday, they also had another kind of, then on Saturday again, they would have choir practice. Then Sunday again, she would have to be busy. So she found it really hard to fix this routine into the working routine. So at the end of the day, she was stuck between not working and ministering at church. She had to let one of the two go.
Of which I think it was a job?
Yeah, it was the job. So this kind of routine made her stuck. Right now, we are having 2 years. She's not working. She's giving in herself into ministry. Something that is not bad.
It's not bad,
but there's something called being stuck in a routine that is not taking you anywhere. So this kind of routine, wojetegereza, it is making her so stuck financially, because most of the being stuck is financially and, you know, growth and stuff. So you find yourself that you have that kind of particular routine that does not let you fix in something for growth.
Yeah.
So you having a routine that you cannot, you know, expand or fit in something new, it means you'll always be stuck. That's why if you see people that are growing so much financially, are the people that do not have a Monday to Sunday job. You find that, you know, at 1 p.m., I'm going to be here. Then at this time, from this time, I'll be handling a meeting with this one. Then at this time and this time on weekends, I sometimes, meaning when they get some extra kind of opportunity, it is easy for them to fix. Meaning you're fixing in for growth. Your routine, you don't have a fixed routine that, you know, this is what I'm supposed to do. But if you have a particular specific job, it will be giving you a particular routine. At 7:30, you need to be here. You need to be leaving at 4 in the evening. So meaning you don't have room. In that way, you're going to be stuck. You'll be stuck to one job. You come in the morning, you open the gate, sit. If your teacher teach, do the same thing, then go. That is a fixed routine that does not let you see different things. So you work with a particular team that goes on moving to different places. Such kind of things don't let you be stuck in office or in a particular kind of environment that, you know, every day I'm here or I'm here. So by that, Mavin, you end up seeing new things. You end up looking at different people, making different friends, something that will not be the same to the person that has a fixed routine.
When you talk about routines, I didn't even know that, but it's obviously true. Like, routines are making us get stuck.
Very stuck.
I'm used to, I wake up in the morning, I eat breakfast, I go sit on my desk, leave. I didn't even see this. But routines are something bad that are going to kill us. That even when you get a new opportunity, you feel like my thing is going to die.
Yeah.
And the point you've brought out is very, very understandable. The example of and mostly Christians, I don't know, but not in a bad way.
No.
But you find yourself, you have to be at church on Monday to
Yeah.
actually on Monday to Sunday, right? And the job wants you.
Yeah.
And one thing I love is that, and I think is good,
Mm.
God appreciates the little or the time that you give him. However small it would be, it's important. But most of the times, a person is on church from Monday to Sunday.
Sunday.
You also want to work,
Yeah.
you know, and but honestly, but when will you ever
When
grow?
will you grow? That is the question we have on board. You're stuck. Are you
stuck.
really not stuck?
You are.
Most of us are stuck with jobs.
And also, I don't know, the relationships is something I want to keep talking about. I don't know, not in a bad way, but most of the times we get stuck in relationships because of the routines.
Yeah, true.
I've been used to, like, you get stuck in a relationship because you're used to the routines, right? I've been used to calling Mavin.
Yeah,
In the
every day in the morning.
In the afternoon, he checks on me.
Yeah.
In the evening, he checks on me. At night, we still talk. So you're stuck in relationship A because of the routine.
Yeah, because of the routine.
Yeah. So when it gets to time of moving on, you feel bad. Even if the relationship is so toxic, you still consider the routine.
Yeah.
Marvin calls me, Marvin does
He
this
gifts me every weekend, every day he gives me money. So that kind of routine, by the way, you get used to that thing. So without it relationship-wise, it makes you feel like, how will I survive without this?
Yeah, by the way. So that's
so at the end of the day, I'll be like, no, there's no way I'm leaving. Even if he's toxic, I'm going to stay because he does this for me at this time. At this time, he's good in. Yeah. So it makes you, feel like there's no way I'm going to live without this. So the fact that you feel like you can't live without it,
so
you're stuck with that wrong guy.
Routines can blind our eyes and we don't see the future most of the times.
Yeah, most cases you don't because you don't move. You've not given yourself a chance to fix in something new. So how will you know that this guy is better when you're stuck with a toxic one? So there's no way you can see further or you can feel better things when you're still stuck.
Oh God, routines are bad. Okay, next point.
Very bad.
Yeah.
So also the other point we can talk about is people being in fear of the unknown.
Yeah.
We fear a lot of things. For example, most of us have been at campus, but we had this fear, life after campus, such a kind of thing.
I know.
So you'll be fearing something you've not yet faced. You leave campus with that fear. Some of us fear relationships. We fear marriage. We fear the unknown. We don't know.
Fear.
Yeah. You have not, because we all have different futures.
Yeah.
Meaning right now, Mavin, you don't know your future, but you just work because you don't know tomorrow. So you being here and fearing your future might stop you from doing something. Me being here and I fear the outcomes of marriage will stop me from going into marriage that I've not yet even tried, the fear. So me fearing what is going to come next will make me stuck in being single because I fear maybe how toxic I saw my friend being treated and those kind of things. So fearing the unknown, I fear that maybe if I start to work, people will start begging me for money. They'll start doing this. I fear that when I start getting a job, they say things are hard, bosses are harsh. So that kind of fear for what you do not know is something that keeps you stuck into, no, I'll do that later. I'll not do that.
Yeah, you see, for me, one thing I learned is I used to fear a lot. And what I learned is that it limits your growth.
Yeah, true. Very true.
What fear does to you is that it blinds your eye. It kills your openness to try new things because you're scared to try. You get, and when you're scared to try, you'll never grow.
You'll never, definitely.
Because also this YouTube was I started the YouTube channel out of boldness.
Yeah.
Because I was always scared. Like, how am I going to start? But when I put the fear away, we started the YouTube channel, and this is how far we have reached.
Yeah.
So fear is something so bad that when you put it into your life, you get stuck into something, and that takes us back to our first point.
Yeah.
It will make you so comfortable in that small thing.
I'd rather be single than you. And many people have that. And I'd rather be single than this. Then what that you've not yet tried?
Yeah. So like men, You haven't even got a boyfriend for you to start saying that men are bad, you know? And then you're complaining that,
Yeah.
yeah, give it a try. And this is what I say in relationships. If relationship A fails,
Yeah.
please don't be scared to go for B.
Hit so much on that.
The thing is like this. Yes, A might have failed, right? It's
Yeah,
okay to
right.
fail. Take that as a lesson, but don't take it as a fear.
True,
You get?
definitely, yeah.
Don't put fear in yourself, because it will kill your openness when you go into the next relationship. So if A fails,
Yeah.
go for B. Be open towards learning. Don't be scared. You get? Because when you be open, growth happens. You understand that at point A, I did A, B, C, D that led to the breakup, or I didn't do bad, he
Yeah,
did
true.
bad, and
True.
this happened.
Yeah.
And then you move on well. So let's put fear away. And it has also made, like if you're a public speaker,
Yeah.
your dream is to do public speaking.
Mm.
Because of fear, your brain will put you somewhere and you'll be stuck there, that
Yeah.
you being behind is the best thing.
Comfortably seated.
You know, so fear is something that we need to eliminate from our
Yeah.
lives.
You don't need to fear anything, whether you know it or you do not know it.
Yeah.
At least try and fail, because there is failure. But still, if you fail, don't stop trying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
true.
we do not have to fear anything. You have different luck, can I say? Everyone is lucky in their own way.
Everyone is blessed in
Yeah.
their own way. Yeah.
So some people will fail, but you should not count yourself among those people that will fail.
Yeah.
You should count yourself among the people who will make it, because you don't know. No one predicts their tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we just have to keep on trying things. We just have to keep on doing what we are supposed to do, because we do not know anything.
By the way, when you talk about that, I've just reminded remembered something. Like when someone says, I will not start my business because Mavin started it and failed.
Yeah, something like that.
But Mavin is different from
Yeah,
you.
we are all different.
Mavin has lived his own experience than you.
Yeah.
You get? And most of the times the mistake we do is getting advice from experts.
Yeah.
Okay, for them they know, yes, they know. But most of the times when you're going to start something, start it with someone who is ready. Like, you know, Ron is going there to get the recordings, record the pictures. Okay. Not the expert who come and tell you, you have to do this and this. They will discourage you. They'll be like, everyone started and they failed. So yeah, you can proceed. Sorry for interrupting you.
No, that is a very good thing. Yeah, to know, because we all go through all those kind of things. So maybe also the other thing that I can something else is his lack of support. People be stuck because support. Because I believe there are many people there who have bright minds.
Yeah, true.
Nga someone atula wansi nalowooza ebintu, they reason, they have bigger plans. There are many people there who are not known, but when they have businesses down there, but they lack the support.
Yeah, support.
So it being that people die with a lot of wisdom in their mind, something that could be really hurting, that someone can really be having a talent, a plan, something bigger, something better, but just because they lack the support. That thing can totally hinder someone from becoming someone better. We know many children who never went to school, not because they are not wise, but just because they lacked sponsors, maybe to facilitate the school fees, to facilitate the different kind of things, very many things. So you being without support can make you stuck in a particular place. You might be having, Mavin, you have really good content. And at some point you might say something and you feel like, if all youth used to go to hear this, they would be so far. But just because now we are living in a world where people don't want to support, they're now supporting things that are not of relevance. But if at all people could come and maybe support the Am Mavin mindset, it would benefit a lot of people. Maybe it would grow into something better, and it will make you better and make people better. But just because maybe there is a bit of lack of support, it might be stuck at a certain point because of the lack of support. The views, the words. So when people come to give in support, you might, like the testimony you made at the beginning, that we now have 300 something. Meaning You might have been stuck somewhere, maybe on 200 something, but even if one person adds on, that support can make you someone better. Even if it's one subscriber. Meaning, if at all there's someone who has 3 or who has nothing, that means I'm stuck.
Oh yeah.
But why? No, there's no support. So, you be telling everyone, please subscribe to my channel. They'd be like, now, But not because I do not have the right content to share. I might be having the best content to share, the right words to share. I have the right people I work with. We make the best things. But just because we lack. So maybe lastly, what I can share with people on one of the main, why I've put this last is because it's the major reason as to why,
we are stuck.
People are stuck. Is that most of the people are busy focusing on useless things.
Sorry to laugh, but
yeah, most of the people, what you focus on is what you benefit from. Abantu bali busy n'ebintu ebitalina mugaso. Abantu batadde time yaabwe in things ebitalina mugaso. People have invested their thoughts on things that are useless. People have invested their everything, financial, the mental, emotional, everything that is right in useless things. You find people, omuntu omukulu alina amagezi. Someone they expect okubanga ategeera. Naye nga obwongo bwe obukola obulungi abutadde mu kintu ekitalina makulu. One of the reasons as to why we as the youth are stuck is because we invest our time, our money in useless things. Most of the youth are now more interested in having fun. Something that is not bad, but I want water funira. It is not always good for you to invest your time because the time you will invest in going to bars, I don't think the people make profits from you who has invested. You've invested in something that is not bringing back something. The main reason as to why some people are being stuck in not developing is because they're investing most of their money in lodges. People invest in things that are really, really, really ebitabongerako. Time yo. Make sure, the moment people discover that whatever thing you invest in something, kufunamu. Mavin, despite a friend, okuteka time yo mu mukwano gwo ofunamu. Ne waba girlfriend wo, okukakasa nti omufunamu. Ne weguba mulimu gwo, okukakasa nti ogufunamu. Everything you put in something, you should know that you gain from it. But now people are investing their time, their money in things that they're not gaining from. So I'm not going to chinyonyolako nyone buli muntu oba otula wansi n'olowooza nti bintu bimeka by'oteekamu time yo, bantu bameka bowa obudde bwo, bantu bameka bowa ssente zo nga tobafunamu, bantu bameka bintu bimeka by'okola nga tobifunamu, before bimeka by'ogendamu nga tofunamu. So by that, trust me, you will always be stuck because you're putting yourself in things that are not going to take you further. Ogenda kubeera nti buli kyokola gwateekamu, but you're not going to get anything.
At the end of it.
At the end of the day, you're going to be always stuck because what you're doing is useless. If it is useless to you, togenda kuchifunam, not even at any point. If your friends, because we are talking about relevance. If they are not of relevance to you, nti obayamba tebakuyamba. Okola kachiringa kugenda ku mulimu, nkola no volunteering for 5 years. I'm volunteering, you're putting in your time, you're putting in everything. Meaning you're just working for them and you're not earning. You're putting your time in useless things. You're a person, nze gundi mubeera ku kido wali ku balanza mubeerako. Okitegeera mubeerako mbaawo n'enkuma ensawo zaabwe. At the end of the day, you're being stuck in a way that you don't acknowledge. This thing is a state. Omuntu wobeera stuck ate tosobola kukitegeera. Kubanga bino ebintu jjukira oba olaba bikunyumira, oba olaba bwe bulamu bwo bw'otambuliramu, naye nga at the end of the day tebigenda. Tebina makulu. You will only acknowledge that when it's late. Ng'obudde bugenze naye nga abantu n'engeri gye balowoozaamu. Ebintu bye balowooza tebirina mugaso. Osanga omuntu n'omubuuza olowooza ki. Naye by the time you hear what they are thinking about, nga tekirina mugaso. So
that's investment. When you talk about that thing, I will again go back to relationships. No, not in a bad way, but most of the times, the friends we have, the girlfriend, the boyfriend, it can even go as far as marriage.
Yeah.
You are investing your power, your energy into a girl, into a man that doesn't even give you what you invest in.
Yeah,
You
true.
get?
Yeah,
And I
definitely.
think energy, okay, it shouldn't be transactional that if I give you A, you should give me B.
Yeah.
But at least let there be a point of I feel back my energy
A
that I
relevance,
give you. You
something
get?
someone is doing for you in exchange.
Yeah. Let it be there.
Yeah.
And anyway, if we understand this point of investing where we benefit from, I think we'll be way better.
Way better.
I think that was so amazing. That why people are so stuck. I want to go to the psychology bit of why people are stuck.
Yeah. True.
I will start with point number one, which is the attachment theory. You know, we as humans, we always form the emotional bonds, you know, with places, with people, and environments. You get? And
Yeah.
most of the times, even if these bonds are unhealthy, even if they're not helping us, breaking them feels like we are breaking part of our lives.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
The relationship you're in is unhealthy, but just because you've spent there many years,
Yeah, I'm
and
attached to this person so
and you
much.
created that emotional bond with this person, you will stay there for good years. Yet you're being stuck somewhere. Same goes to like the workplaces. You formed such, you're like, now I'm going to leave this workplace, now my friends. But then how are they going to be? You get? So you get stuck at that point, and at the end of it all, you don't get that. So psychology says it like that, the attachment, you know, theory that is there. Then we have something called the loss aversion. In behavior psychology, people fear losing something more than they value gaining something new. They fear losing something more than they do value gaining something new. Even if what they're going to gain is way bigger, way better than what they had. Then I'm like, I'm used to this job.
Yeah.
I'm used to this
Yeah.
job. Like,
By
you
the
want
way,
me, you know, how am I even going to start? But maybe the other side, there are better opportunities. You get? And so,
I mean, that thing is so true because at some point
Yeah.
I worked at a hospital and there was
Yeah.
this lady, she was not paid a lot,
yeah.
but she had even got some names saying, you know, people used to call her different things. So she felt like she was so attached to everything that the cleaners could come to her,
Yeah.
the scurries, but she had known something big, but just because of that kind of attachment, and she was really, there was no way you would tell her of another job. But she was getting older. She was around 57,
But still stuck in that one.
stuck in one place with no achievements. Yeah, that thing is so
You
true.
get? So
Yeah.
that's the loss aversion. We are scared to start. You know, we value
Yeah.
what I'm in more than what I'm going for, and which is something bad. But in psychology, as we end this, why people are so stuck, there's something they call the status quo bias. Our brains always choose what it feels more safer and more better for you.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying in the mindset back in our episode, that your brain is looking for familiarity.
Yeah.
That's what we choose for, even if it's not way better. But I want us to go to our second segment, which will be
Yeah.
the last segment. How can we leave the stuck more than we grow? We have outgrown a relationship. How can we move on? A place, an environment. How can we move on? You know? Yeah.
Okay, with that, I'm glad. I hope people there are really learning because
Yeah.
I believe, Mavin, I think from here personally, we also get to learn something.
A lot, yeah, we do.
Yeah. So with this, I think the first thing someone should do is set clear goals
For themselves.
for yourself. Don't no. Something with clear goals. Most of the youth, I think, let me give an example of us when we've just graduated. People had a lot of expectations. They had a lot of expectations. We had a lot of expectations. Now I need to have a farm that pays 800 or 1 million or something, or 2 million. That is what I want. I want to do what I studied for, because we are having higher expectations. And at that moment, those higher expectations we want have qualifications that they want. You've just graduated 1 year and they need
an experience of 4 years.
Can you imagine? So at some point you need to set goals that are really clear. You sit into something and be like, now I have graduated, yes, you know the struggle everywhere. So how are you going to start into something? Something that is maybe clear. That's why some people be like, let me go and volunteer. Because that is a goal someone can achieve in a very smallest period of time. It is hard for a firm to be like, no, we don't want volunteers, because they know you're going to work for them for free. And, you know, it is something you can also believe in yourself that I can achieve it. Meaning you go, you volunteer and learn better. By that volunteering, you're building your time of experience. Something that people don't know. But now someone who has set bigger goals than what they can achieve is going to sit and they wait. I have to apply in this firm. I have to apply in this, you know, institution. So you're setting something that is too big for you.
As a person.
As a person. You've just started like a YouTube account in 1 week. You want 1 M. Obviously, you're going to get stuck because it might not even be possible. You know, people are struggling. So you better set goals that are so clear, they're realistic to yourself, that you're also going to manage, because that is how you're not going to get stuck. You being stuck is that period you're waiting to achieve that kind of big thing. Because in that period where you're waiting, if I said, if at all I want a car of 200 M, if at all I'm to start driving a car, meaning I'll get the 25 million when there's a car I would have bought at 25, but I will not, because I set a goal of 200 million. So that means I'm going to be stuck in being with no car, because you're boarding taxis, because you have a bigger goal. So Kati, that goal is really not realistic at that moment. You can set a goal that now if I get 25 million, let me buy a car of 25 million. Then if I get maybe more, let me sell this car, then I buy something better. So that is something that could be realistic to yourself and to reality, you as a person. So you have to set goals that are really clear for you. So also we have building a support network. We learned that, you know, what can hinder us from growing is the support. You know, most of us, there's a point you have to put pride away. And you have to accept that now I need help. You know, people don't want help. There are people who don't want to be helped. They know what they're doing is the right thing. So there's nothing like, me, I'll manage on my own. There is a time you need support. Trust me, everyone needs support. There's nothing you will not do. Just support omanyanti. In life, you'll never make it without people. Whether in school, whether on businesses, everything, you will need people. What we are doing right now will become of relevance because of you who is watching. So if we do this content and leave it on our phones, it means it will not make any relevance. So the support.
We need your support.
That kind of support. That's why you have, when you watch this, go tell a friend, you know, there's something I learned. Meaning, you know, that you're supporting something. So you have to seek for support. The reason as to why men who are rich become rich, it is because they look for support. You know, it is not the poor men who go and get, let me say, loans of 1 billion. No. Abantu abewola sente nyingi you find many buildings that are done, but they're on loan. Kati, the support. Support gw'omuntu si gwaba ow'amaanyi. Naye this loan you got makes you powerful, because they'll point at a building and they say that is Am, that is Mavin. It is you, meaning the support you got made you something better. If at all you get, people are supported financially to get school fees. People graduate because of the support of the school fees. So in one way or another, where you feel like things are being tough, seek for help. Nonya support, get financial support, emotional support. You know, these clips give people emotional support, even financial, because here you get more tips on how maybe to make money. I saw a video of youth, you know, making money and something. So I think that is support. If I watch it, I feel like, you know, I have support from someone. So we have the gradual changes. These gradual changes come with you putting some, okay, like there's some point we talked about of you having a routine.
Yeah.
So that kind of particular routine does not, if it does not let you have a gradual change, a change that will come, a gradual means not something that will come very fast, that, hey, I've dumped you, now I've got someone else and we've wedded there and then I've changed immediately, I've moved on. Something that comes in gradual, we've broken up, but let me try with this person. Let us get a new relationship.
Yes,
We start simply, we are becoming friends, we are doing this, meaning now it's a change that is going to happen to me emotionally, maybe also physically, because you have to start to involve yourself with someone else. These gradual changes in your routine. Yes, you have a particular kind of job, but you can say that maybe in the evening, in the evening, let me have something I do at home. Let me make snacks. I'll be delivering them to some shops in the evening. It means change your mind will not be focused on only the other job you have, but in the evening you'll be thinking, let me go get a customer here, let me go deliver this thing. So it will be a change that will come slowly, but it will add something onto you. Meaning in that way you won't be stuck on one job.
Yeah.
You will not be stuck with the same people. Change friends. People, but sometimes even these friends we have, or better than when they are the only ones you have. But the moment you have a lot of friends,
yeah.
Okay, it's not that you should have many friends because many people are fake. But when you change some friends, different people speak differently. You'll get to learn different people in those changes you'll make. They'll appear as if, they are simple, but at the end of the day, you have things that are changing.
Yeah.
So also the other thing is the mindset.
Yeah.
The mindset.
Important.
It is going to be your mindset to change. And on this, I'm not going to talk a lot, but if it's your first time to hear about it, there is something we talked about, the mindset. You can go on the Am Mavin channel. You'll watch it. I know it's there. So you'll go and get to know how to change your mindset. It is something that is so big that all these things that have been rotating around, when you learn how to change your mindset on everything, that I'm not supposed to be stuck in a relationship, I can move on. I'm not supposed to feel so attached to a certain kind of environment. I can change. You can change your experiences. You experience new things. By that, you're not going to be stuck, because everything that we are stuck in is what we are comfortable with. So stop being comfortable in the things you're experiencing. Be a person who wants to adventure, who wants to explore or discover very many things. That is going to help you a lot, because you change with change. I tell you also the other thing. Don't expect things to work on their own. Munsi muno kasita obeerawo n'okkiriza nti buli kimu kigenda kuhappeninga kubanga nange nina kye nkoze. You cannot get a husband when you're in bed covering yourself. Obviously, maybe you have to move out, or you interact with people on phone, so everything, just know that you're going to work together. Olaba even God, even people who pray a lot in church, olina okubeerawo ng'omanyi nti okola ne Katonda, nti you have to go with the first step, then God helps you. Ne woba oyagala ssente mu church, kirungi okusaba nnyo. It is not bad to pray, but spending the whole week ng'oli ku church osaba okoowoola tekigenda kuleetera ssente. Waliwo ebintu nga just oli stuck bikusibira mu kusiruwala. Naye ng'omuntu akedde ku makya n'ateeka mukene ku mudaala, agenda kumuteekawo akkirize, tekikugana kubeerawo ng'ogamba Katonda nnyamba bakasitoma bajje. So that is how we work with God. Teekawo akublessing aleete abantu bajje bakole. Go into a relationship, Katonda akuyamba akulage omuntu omutuufu. So but you being there and focusing on to maybe prayer so much, or you being with yourself in these things, or kola first step, Katonda akuyambireyo. And don't expect other people to help you. It is always you to do the first thing. I think with that, someone can be helped and get out of being stuck.
Amazing. Daisy, thank you so much. But as we get to a conclusion, I will just have this to say. We are stuck. We want to grow. You want to leave the environment you're in to be better. It won't happen overnight. As we plant seeds, you plant it today, and the growth won't happen tomorrow. Seasons are there, seasons of harvesting, seasons of weeding, watering, and everything. So it will take time for you to grow and live that stuck mode that you've been in.
Yeah.
So you're giving it a try and it's not working at the moment. Be patient. It's
Yeah.
going to work. It will come. Last point that I would say is fear. You're scared of leaving that circle to go into something new. We need to be good quitters. That is something that we should learn in life.
Yeah.
Quitting is something important and starting something new. Because they always tell us that you need to go when you know your plan B. You know, you will never know your plan B most of the times.
Yeah,
and you will
can't.
never know how it will go. You might assume it will be better and it's the worst.
Yeah.
You might assume it will be the worst, it will be the best. So please, let's move, let's grow, let's leave the stuck modes. We are in the stuck environments. We are in, and we are going to do better.
Yeah.
Ladies, thank you so much. I don't know why the say has become so much. I think I've not been talking, but thank you so much for sticking around and for sharing such kind of information. I will say this is not the last time you will see Daisy here. She's always here. She's my co-host. Most of the times you might not even see me. She might come in and do a show. So thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you so much for loving us, for following, for subscribing. Oh my God, I can't appreciate you enough. But the subscribers are growing, and we're going to be way, way, way bigger than we used to be. So thank you so much for sticking around and for watching with us. I remain as Mavin. She's Daisy.
Yeah.
See you next time. This is the Mavin 256 YouTube channel, the Mavin Mindset. Bye-bye. We're out.
Bye-bye.